Yeah, my name's Sharon Jeeves. I'm the long-term president of Caboolture Community Action in Caboolture, Queensland. I was the main founding member. When I thought of the idea, I just collected a few people in community that I knew would love to be involved, and we started off from there 11 years ago. Okay, my work with a local police youth club brought me in contact. I was training quite a few young men who I suppose didn't have any work experience or didn't have any understanding of how to actually obtain work. So I started to train them, and then that position lasted 15 years, but it went into many different areas of different projects and bringing community resilience together and doing quite a lot of that in the community. So it seemed normal. We made friends with a lot of people who were homeless at the time. So when we'd go and do events, we'd actually come across these people quite often, and we made a lot of friends amongst the homeless people on the street. So it seemed quite normal to be able to then start off, as we originally did, with an outreach service taking food to those guys. And it sort of went from there. Then we found that we could help in other ways with other problems that were affecting community as well. Emotional problems, had family problems like maybe domestic violence, family breakup, people who'd lost their employment and didn't have qualifications or training or understanding of how to get others, people who were homeless through no fault of their own, through evictions, unfair evictions, all sorts of different things. Mental illness was another one. So we found that we were able to assist and refer to specialist organisations if we couldn't handle the situation presented to us. But we also provided a safe, stable place for people to come when they were suffering, when they were in distress. Yeah. When we first started, we used to see about 200 people a week as homeless people, and that was simply taking out meals to them. So our current stats show that we're seeing 25,000 people a year. Some of them are constant visitors to us for ongoing support. A lot of the people who come through are looking for housing, looking for the processes to find, I suppose, mental health support and other supports that they need. So yeah, we're currently seeing about 25,000 a year. Yeah, and it can be quite critical situations that they're in, or it might be something simple that we can sort of clear up within half an hour and get them on their way. Yeah. Well, we provide a very safe space for people to come. We also, the counselling that we give, it's more of a listening session where we listen to the issues that people present to us. If it's outside of the realms that we can help with, then we refer them on to specialist agencies and specialist services. Domestic violence, we help quite a few of the organisations in the area in small ways. So it might be a domestic violence situation. We'll refer them at times initially to DV Connect or associated services, and other times we will have DV come in with a client or a client's family, and we will provide them with the basics such as food, furniture and household goods to set up their own home, things like that. Yeah. So it's a very practical, we are a very practical group. Yeah. I'm qualified in community services, definitely, yes, yeah. And I've had the background of the Police Youth Club in Caboolture. and that was a really good training area for me as well, to see the different issues in our community that were popping up all the time. So it wasn't only for the people that we were helping there as part of our projects, but we also included their families and their children, and we were very interested in all parts of what they did, and that's how you form a close relationship and build communities. Yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest one that we've ever overcome as an organisation was when we first started. And when we first started, a lot of people in the community sort of poo-pooed the idea of feeding homeless people, people that they saw as drunks or no-hopers or whatever. They didn't look beyond what people were using as a band-aid to see what was happening in that person's life or what they were trying to escape from. So we heard people all the time saying, oh, they won't last 5 months, they won't last 6 months, oh, they'll be finished, we're not going to bother with them. And we're still here and growing, yeah. But I have to say that our community is fantastic here. The response that we get when we ask for assistance for our people is amazing. So I think things like this pandemic, and sometimes when we've had floods, different things, disasters that have happened, more people are becoming aware all the time of the difficulties that families face, especially when they live either just above or just below the poverty line. So yeah, I think this community is a family. It's really growing beautifully. Yeah. In the first 12 months, we lost quite a few of the friends that we made through passing away, and that was upsetting for us too, and upsetting that we came to realise upsetting to their families and a few other people that thought highly of these people. But at the end of the day, when you talk to people, they are human beings, they have feelings, and quite often their hurts, they're covering their hurts with their addictions of any sort, whether it's gambling or whatever. And once you get talking to them and you understand a little bit about where they come from, you can understand why they are as they are, because that's why we've grown into a bigger facility, and it's for people to understand that they are exactly the same as everybody else, that whatever hurts they've got can be shared without any judgment. And we're really, really keen on that, because that is something that we truly believe in here. And we are all together. A lot of us have faced some sort of crisis in our lives, so we understand how helpless we feel. And I think most people do in society. When something really bad happens or there's a real disruption in their lives, it does hit the person, but it also hits their family. So I think with the fires, the bushfires sadly, and the floods and coronavirus, more and more people are getting that story of helplessness. You feel absolutely helplessness. You don't know which way to turn for help. And a lot of people are so proud that they won't turn for help. So they implode in themselves. But this is great. It's this area that we've come into. We've only been in this facility for 12 months now, and it's a council facility, and we were very proud to get it. But this area allows people to come in. They can watch TV. They can have a sleep. They can come out and have a chat to anybody who's outside. And it's a sense of belonging that we all need. Yeah. The volunteers, the men who volunteer with the vehicles, they're actually busily picking up donations from members of community. So they'll go out and they'll get lounge suites and fridges and all sorts of things that are donated. And then people, even our public housing, will call down and say, look, we've got a family who's been given a home, they don't have anything. So that's when our other side, where the op shop is, where Gail, you met yesterday, Gail jumps in and she will furnish a house, from the beds to the lounges to the pretty little knickknacks to the kitchen equipment. Yeah. as much, it's all stuff that is needed, and people can then go out. It's a starter, so people can then go out when they get more advanced in their tenancy. They can go out and then start buying little bits and pieces for themselves, or changing what we've given them. Yeah. I had a family loss, and it was very grievous to me, and it was something that I never expected, and it's something that I never planned for or even thought of. So yes, I was lost, and I was amazed at how many people came to help me that I didn't know, because maybe a friend had passed something on to another friend, and I had all of these people around surrounding me at a particular time in my life, and it was so important, because it helped me move on, and it helped me understand myself and the situation that had occurred. Yeah. I think if you ask anybody here that works here, they will tell you that it's just acceptance of people, but after the first initial meetings, we become friends. So I suppose it's a great friendship that we build with so many different people, and it's seeing people get on with their lives and really doing well in their lives as best they can, so it's really seeing all of that. And I guess we're in the middle of winter now. I hate the thought of people sleeping outside, I really do, and so do many of the people I talk to that work with us. None of us want to see people go without, and food to us is very important. Food safety is extremely important, in that it gives people, if they are sleeping on the street, then it gives them a really good start to the day, to have a hot meal, and then there's, we do the breakfast, and then we do the meal at night if they need it. So yeah, it's really important to see people comfortable and able to survive through cold winters and hot summers, and yeah. It's not just my big heart, it's everybody's big heart. People that come to this organisation, we all seem to have the same wish and the same attributes. And young Amanda, who works with me during the day at the moment, she has her paid job, and then she comes in here. She works nights, but she comes in here during the day to do what she does during the day. So it's not just me, it's everybody. Yeah. Just love what's around, love the people, love the world, do the best that we can to keep it as good as we can. Yeah. Okay. It's just beautiful. Why would we want to destroy it? The people or the world. Yeah.
Love is everything.
It is, yeah.
And love changes everything.
It does. It really does. It makes people's lives change when they know that they're valued and loved and cared for. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much, Sharon.
You're welcome.
It is very precious to have you with us.
Oh, thank you. It's precious for you to be here too. It's lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.